Good morning to you all at Oakwood School. It's wonderful to see you all this morning. For those of you who don't know, my name is James and I work at the church and do lots of things out in the community. And this morning I wanted to introduce you to my lovely little Jenny Wen, which is one of my cats. And the thing that you can't tell from the video, other than that she desperately wants to get off my lap, she doesn't really want to be on my lap, is that Jenny Wen is blind. She's blind as anything, so actually that's why she's finding it a bit difficult getting off my lap, because she doesn't really know how far the floor is or anything like that. So she's a bit nervous a lot of the time. So actually I have to be really, really kind to her. And I have to always be telling my children to be kind to her, because she's an old girl. We think she's about 19 or 20 years old. And because she can't see, we have to be really careful with her and look after her really well. The same as you have to do with every cat, but Jenny needs particular care and love. So maybe the kindest thing I can do for her now is to let her get off of my lap, and I'll put her down. There you go, lovely. And go and explore the garden. So, why have I showed you Jenny? Because Jenny helps us to think about our next fruit of the Spirit. We have looked at love, joy, peace, patience, and now we're up to kindness. We're halfway through our look at the different fruits of the Spirit. There's 9 altogether, so we've just gone over halfway looking at this. And today we're thinking about kindness. And what's kindness all about? You kind of think, well, actually, what do you think of when you think of kindness? What kind of words do you think of? Have a little think for a moment. What's kindness? Well, the 3 words that are used to describe kindness in the dictionary, if you open up the dictionary and you have a look inside, it talks about the virtue of being friendly, of being considerate, and being generous. Friendly, considerate, and generous. Those are all good things, aren't they? Being friendly is kind of obvious, isn't it? It's about being a friend to everyone. The 2 big things that Jesus taught when he was on earth. He said, love God and love your neighbour as yourself, which meant you treat everyone as a friend. You treat them all as you would like to be treated. That's one of the golden rules, isn't it? The golden rules of friendship. Treat others as you want to be treated yourself. That's also from the Bible. And then there's being considerate. And that's actually thinking about what the other person might want. When you're with other people, what might they need? What might be their needs and desires? And to consider that, not just to think of yourself, but to think of the other person. So those are 2 aspects of kindness. But then being generous, what does being generous look like? Well, I kind of think there's 5 ways you can be generous. These are sometimes called the love languages, but I think it's more about just how we share things with people, how we show people kindness, how we're generous towards people. One of them is with your words, and saying words, nice words to people, kind words to people, telling them how much you like them, how much you love them, how much you appreciate them. Share something nice. And I would love to see everyone today do this, to say, find someone that you really, really appreciate, that you just want to say thank you for this, or I really like this about you, or I really like the other. What you can't see is Jenny walking around the garden, and she just walked into the camera stand because she couldn't see that it was there. She bumped into it, bless her. She's a little bit confused. It's all right, Jenny. And so saying those things to Jenny is important. Just tell her I'm here, tell her where I am, and she finds comfort in that. So words are a good thing. Doing nice things for people. Doing nice things. So some people, you can't think of the words to say, but actually you might be able to do something nice. I kind of think one of the nicest things that my children do for me is when they make me a cup of coffee in the morning. They're old enough now that they can not burn themselves with a kettle, and they can make me a cup of coffee. I love that. I absolutely love it. I love it when they tidy up. I just think those kind of things, it really shows me that they love me, and that's a really good thing. It's a really kind thing for them to do. For our Jenny, when the cat, I have to show her, I have to do nice things for her. I have to make sure she's got food and water. I have to make sure she's safe. Earlier, I found her on the kitchen table, which she shouldn't really be up there. But the bad thing about that is on the kitchen table, it's a big old drop. And I had to help her down from there. She was a bit worried about how to get down. So I had to do something nice for her. Another nice thing that you can do for people, another way to show how generous you are, to share generosity, is to give someone a gift. Give them a present. And we do this at all sorts of different times, don't we? We do this at birthdays and at Christmas. We might do it on Mother's Day or Father's Day. You might just want to give a gift at another time. It's my dad's birthday tomorrow, and so I've got him some nice socks, which you might think is a rubbish present, but honestly, they'll make him so happy. He loves them because they're funny socks, and he'll be able to go around and show people them, and they'll roll their eyes, but he'll love it. He'll love it. So that's one thing. You can give people things. You might make something. How often do you make something for your parents or for whoever cares for you? That you make them a little gift. How often do you make a little gift for your teacher? Those sorts of things. The best kind of gifts, I think, are the ones which you make yourself and you give it. You put time and effort into it. Which takes me to the fourth thing. The way that you can show generosity and love, to be kind, is to give someone your time. You think, how do you give time? I can't kind of get a bit of time out of my pocket and give it to someone. I've just noticed I've got fur all over me. You can't do that. You can't give someone some time, but what you can do is spend time with someone. This is one of the ways that I love to receive love. For someone to be kind to me and give me some of their time. Nothing I like more than on my day off, spend the day with my wife, just hanging out with each other, spending time with each other, or on a Saturday to curl up with the kids on the sofa and to spend time together, or go off on an adventure together, do something like that, but just spend time together. That's a big way that I love to receive people's kindness. Are you coming back up, Jenny? Just come to say hello again. So you can spend time with people. And then the last is exactly what I'm doing with Jenny now. To just give them a nice bit of physical attention. To give them a hug. To give someone a hug is a wonderful thing. And that's a really good thing to do. To just say, so for Jenny to stroke her is like, she loves that. She thinks it's the best thing ever. So those are different ways that we can show our kindness. Through our words, through doing something nice, through giving gifts, spending time, and to giving someone a hug. And those are all really good things to do. Now for you, you might find that actually one of those things is the way that you really like it. I think for most children, receiving gifts is one way they really like that. But as you kind of grow older, then you might say, well, actually, I'm not so worried about gifts. I'm not so worried about opening presents. It's nice and all that. But actually, what I really want to be able to do is spend some time with someone, or to have a nice hug when I'm feeling down, or for someone to do something nice for me, or to just, I think it's really important to share words saying how much you appreciate people. Sometimes it's hard to hear it, because if you're feeling really down, you don't really like to hear nice words about yourself, but it can really help, and you need to hear it a few times. So today, go and be kind to people, go and be kind to each other, show some of that kindness, maybe do something nice, tell someone some nice words, share some gifts, spend some time, or give someone a hug. Got to be aware though, some people really don't like hugs. This is what I've discovered. I used to like hugging everyone, and then I realised some people feel really uncomfortable, so you've got to be considerate of how other people like to receive attention. So go be considerate, friendly and generous in everything. I've got something to show you, because it's not just Jenny when I'm going to show you today. I'm going to take you inside and show you something else that's very exciting that I've been promising for a couple of weeks. So let's go inside. So this is where I've spent my morning. I've spent my morning with some glue and some paints and some more glue and some tissue paper, and I've been creating, ready for Halloween. What have I created? Well, here, look at my mini pumpkin. I've got a tiny little pumpkin because I realised that if I made a full-size pumpkin now, it's still like 2 or 3 weeks away from Halloween, and the pumpkin will gone all rotten by the time we get there. So I thought I'd only waste a little pumpkin. But look here. Can you see that? That is meant to be the bumps of a skate park. Boom, boom, in red there. With a little person riding on the skate park. They're meant to be on a skateboard, but you most probably can't see it. And here I decided to make a lantern. And so I can put a light inside this. I'm not going to use a candle because candles can be a bit dangerous. So I'm just going to put a torch or something inside it. And that is meant to be a skate park as well. It's against the night sky. That's why it's all sparkly. And can you see the little person? That's meant to be me in my roller skates on the skate park. A few months ago, you would see me on the skate park quite a lot. Then I fell over on it and I really hurt my shoulder, and now I'm too scared to go back on. But what we're hoping to do for Halloween is for everyone to make a pumpkin or a lantern showing something that they really like about our community. So you might think, one of the things I really like about this area is school, and you could do a picture of Oakwood School or do a logo of Oakwood School. You know, it's got nice oak leaves. You could do that, or you could say, actually, I really like the church, and you could do a picture of the church and say, I love going there for Christmas concerts and various things. You could choose something else around the area. You could say, I really like my road, my neighbours, and you could try and draw or carve your road into it, or make a lantern which has your neighbours' houses on it or something like that. Or you might say, what I really like is my friends, and you could draw a picture of your friends on there. And it's just a really nice way of saying, this is what I love, because there's loads of really bad things going on, all the coronavirus and all of those things, and it could get a bit depressing if as the winter draws in. So we want to shine some light, say these are the things that we really like. So get creating, and then during half term, if you could put things out during half term, you could go around with your parents or carers and go on a pumpkin and lantern hunt, a pumpkin and lantern trail, and maybe for every 5 pumpkins that you find, they might give you a sweet. Because we can't do trick-or-treating this year, because it's not good to be going and sharing all your germs with each other, and for other people to be sharing their germs with you. So instead, we're going to have to keep our distance and no trick-or-treating, but instead go on a trail and see what it is that people really like. Put it in your window, put it out in front of your house. If it's a little tiny pumpkin like this, you might want to put it right on your gatepost or something like that. I'm going to have a much bigger pumpkin, lots of big pumpkins out in front of our house, and a few lanterns as well. So get creating. If you want to know how to make these, I'm going to do a little tutorial video and put it on the Cornerstone website and the Cornerstone Facebook page, so you can find them on there. Right, have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.